Hello, Ranger Nation, and happy National Power Rangers Day! Yay! Oh, wow.
Power Rangers!
Da, 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 go, go, Power Rangers! Da, 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 go, go, Power Rangers! You are watching Ranger Chamber on YouTube. Yeah! Oh my God, that is so cool. Hello, Ranger Nation, and welcome back to the Chamber of Vlogs for a very special Power Rangers vlog right here on the Ranger Chamber YouTube channel with your hosts, your team leaders, myself, Joe from the Ranger Chamber team, and of course, my fabulous fiance and other team leader.
Hi guys, it's Gary. Good to be back.
Yes, you are joining us right here on Facebook with our very special vlog, where today we're going to celebrate all things Power Rangers 30th anniversary. Wow! Now, before we get into that, we have a little announcement to make. We have two little announcements. For the present time, until further notice, Ranger Chamber is going to be run by just myself and Gary. The reason being is because a lot of our team members have got a lot of personal stuff going on right now. So we've got to respect their wishes to just focus on that for now. But we are currently looking for new team members as well. So if you are interested in joining our fabulous team, so all you just need to be is a big Power Rangers fan from the UK.
18, please.
Yeah, over the age of 18 from the UK, big Power Rangers fan. And if you're interested, all you got to do is send us an email or a Facebook message or Instagram message. So link in description below. And then what we'll do is, if you show your interest, what we'll do is we'll contact you and we'll have an interview with you about joining our team. And then you can become part of our team and you can join us in videos like this. Right.
Which is so unbelievably awesome.
Yes. So Power Rangers Day. I can't believe since Ranger Chamber started, we've done a National Power Rangers Day vlog. And our first one was 2020, I think it was, and then 2021 and 22, and then obviously this is our fourth one now, I think. Yes. So this is actually really cool to celebrate National Power Rangers Day. Well, let's get this party started. Quite literally. Right. So Power Rangers. Amazingly, well, Gary, why don't you start us off? So, like, what's your earliest memories of Power Rangers? Like, when did you get into Power Rangers?
Power Rangers for me started back in 1995. Not quite 95, the movie. It was the movie that brought me into the world of Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And I'm like, I want to see the show. So then my mum found some videotapes in charity shops and car boot sales, Asda,
Probably ones like this.
yeah, I had all those as a kid. Grew up with that. And at the time, it would have been, they would have been going on to season 3 of Mighty Morphin when they did the
In
Jenny.
95, yes, that would have been the case because I'm not sure, but I think the movie came out before the third season.
When I started watching it on telly, it was Zio that was shown. Possibly two.
Zio would have been 1996. So
Yeah.
you were born in 95. So you probably would have started watching Power Rangers probably 97.
98.
798. So that would have been around Zio going into Turbo Space or Power Rangers in Space Time.
No, didn't watch Power Rangers in Space.
Really? Oh, okay.
I never watched it. The last season I watched of Power Rangers before I gave it up for nearly 8 years. I came back I'm trying to remember the name of the team. I came back when
If you
it
said that
was
you can give me a year, then I can tell you.
2004.
2004 would have been Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Or potentially Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Because Power Rangers, we would have had Ninja Storm.
No, 'cause they were dinosaurs.
Oh, well
Yeah.
then it definitely would have been Dino Thunder because Power Rangers, the Power Rangers season in 2004 was Dino Thunder. Yeah,
Aye, because they had the cycles.
yeah, the Raptor cycles. I love those things.
That's when
And believe it or not, Gary and I have been watching Dino Thunder at the moment. We've literally caught up to like episode 31, I think, or 32.
32.
Up to the episode Strange Relations or Revelations or something. And we know that we're literally an episode or two away from the Ninja Storm crossover with Dino Thunder, so we're looking forward to watching that. I've already seen it. Gary, I think, might have saw it as a long time ago as a kid, but it needs to jog his memory a bit. But that's okay. Right. Me growing up with Power Rangers was a little different because. Oh, you weren't finished. Oh, sorry.
First.
Continue.
So,
Well, continue.
so came back Dino Thunder. I think it was Dino Thunder I had. I might need to look at my archives that I've got on my Chromebook. But
Ooh.
I know I definitely watched Mighty Morphin all 3 seasons. Zeo, definitely watched that. And I definitely watched Turbo. 'Cause I loved Turbo as a kid. Absolutely loved it.
Name. A lot of people don't like Turbo though. I don't know. I don't know why. To be honest, I mean, I don't know if it was to do with Blake Foster, aka Justin, being the Blue Turbo Ranger, because it's like I don't know why they added that in the show, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. But I think maybe it's because they wanted to give like the kids a kids role model for Power Rangers for a change. But who knows? Are you adding it? Are you adding anything else to your earliest Power Ranger memories?
Toys. I had
Well, we'll get to toys. Well, we'll get to toys in a moment. But I just want to say, can I please show you guys our incredible Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 30th anniversary T-shirts, which are so awesome, with all 6 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on it. And can I say this is probably my favorite T-shirt? And this is available on Amazon UK and I believe Amazon America as well. And actually, the link in the description. Yep, of course. And there's also another 30th anniversary T-shirt with just the big Power Rangers 30th anniversary logo. I will be getting that one as well because it is so cool. Yes. So talking about my Power Ranger earliest memories about how I got into Power Rangers. Well, naturally, I was born in 1992, the year before Mighty Morphin.
Oh, the oldies at the building. Oops, did I say that?
Shut up. But this oldie is a goldie. Hey, I'm Gold Ranger. What can you expect? AKA GoldKingRanger. And I would have thought GoldKingRanger would have been 10 years old as of the 23rd of August. So happy 10th anniversary GoldKingRanger. But then again, it evolved and it's morphed into something amazing, and that's Ranger Chamber. And I just want to say how proud I am to be here with my fiance presenting these videos to you guys. It's not easy. It really isn't. It's very tiring. It's stressful. But when we get these videos out and we see the comments you put on our video, the positive comments, the likes, and the positive feedback we get from you guys is incredible. We do get negative feedback as well, but it's only because we take that on board as constructive criticism. And it just goes to show that there's still a bit of work to do. But with both me and Gary behind the Ranger Chamber wheel, we promise you we're going to be bringing you loads of incredible content. Back to what I was trying to say. So, one of my earliest memories is my mum and dad gave me those two, if I can grab them, my first two Mighty Morphin Power Ranger videotapes. Volume 1 with Day of the Dumpster and High Five, and Volume 2, Teamwork and Breast Engagement. And I always loved these tapes because it was always like they were standing on a hill.
Had that one.
And we got the Gold and Red Ranger, and then all the Rangers on the bottom standing on this hill. And then naturally, when Green Ranger and White Ranger came in season 2, they pretty much changed the hill so it all made sense to that. So, I think I've got one with Green Ranger. Have I got one? Oh no, that one doesn't. That's just a random one I've just grabbed. The Spitflower and Life's the Masquerade. But yeah, pretty much. My mum and dad got me those two tapes, and I watched that, and I was just intrigued. It was like what I remember was as a kid, I just remember just loving Power Rangers. Like I remember getting a Power Rangers Zeo birthday card as a child with it had pink and green Zeo Rangers on it. And I also remember when Frosties did the Power Rangers Zeo stickers in the free packets of Frosties, which was really cool. I remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers being on Sky One, and then it went on to GMTV along with Power Rangers Zeo later on. And I've actually got a couple of episodes of Zeo that was shown on GMTV tape on a videotape. Up in this box thing above me, has basically got a load of taped Power Ranger tapes, and I really want to transfer them and share it with you guys. Maybe try and put it on our Ranger Chamber channel, because it would be really cool to show you to show you what Power Rangers was like when it was shown in the UK. Because believe it or not, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was shown in the UK the same year as it came out in America, because it came out in America on the 28th of August. That came out in the UK, I believe it was the 3rd of October in 1993 on Sky One. So it's really interesting to learn about how and when Power Rangers started and what channel it was on. Because I remember when I was a kid, because when Power Rangers was on Sky One, I think I found it very interesting that of all places it was on Sky One, but there you go. So in 1995, my dad taped me Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from the television, which was amazing. And I still have my recorded copy to this day. And that same Christmas, I got a White Ranger costume, like a kid's fancy dress costume. And it was just so awesome. I actually want to try and find that.
It, darling? Have you still got it?
No, unfortunately, I don't. I did. The sad thing is, I used to have it, but then the shield broke because it was plastic and the mask broke and everything. But pretty much, it was a really fun costume, and it was the first time I actually dressed up as a Power Ranger, and I felt absolutely amazing. I also had these like White Ranger gloves as well, and they did like karate chopping sounds. When you put the gloves together, I think it went like "Go Go Power Rangers," and it was so cool. And I know they did the gloves for all the other colors, and I also have somewhere a pair of Red Ranger gloves as well, because I always loved the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger and the White Ranger. Those three were like my favorite as a kid, especially red and green, because I liked those two. Um, and then over the years, I mean, I even remember the first Power Ranger toy I got, and it was a 8-inch Red Ranger figure. And that was just so cool.
Was that the movie version, the actual Mighty Morphin?
The classic one, so the one that they
Yeah,
released, and it was from Argos, and I remember that very well. That was from
Toys R
Argos.
Us. I got mine from Toys R Us.
What was your first Power Rangers toy?
The big Red Ranger.
So the 8-inch one as well.
Yeah, the big.
So we literally had the same first Power Rangers toy.
That was my first. That and the Pink Ranger.
Who would have thought? Because the other colour I had, apart from red, I had Black Ranger as well. And then over time, I got the other colours. Like I had yellow, and then I got blue, and then pink was the last one. Um, Green Ranger, you had to get with the Dragon Zord, and White Ranger with the Tiger Zord until they brought out the talking figures, and then that's when I got the White Ranger one because I had the talking White Ranger, which was really cool. And I think I can't remember what sounds it made when you press the button. If any of you guys ever had the talking White Ranger figure, comment below and tell me if you remembered what the talking White Ranger figure said. Um, I remember also one Christmas, and I got the red turbo costume, and I had the Saba talking white saber, and the power blaster, and I had the micro morphin playsets. I had the pink ranger and the white ranger ones in my stocking, which was really really cool. Um, I do love that doing that. I actually do have a home video of when I got that red turbo suit, and I hope to do a copy of that home video so that I can take some screenshots of me in that red turbo suit because I want to be able to show that because it's really it was a special Christmas, really really special.
One
So
of my favourite toys, I had a bit of a pulsar toy. This is a wee small, kind of like standard one. So
um,
I loved Vito as a kid.
trying to remember what because the only Rita products I think we had as a kid because we didn't actually have a Rita Repulsa action figure until 2013 during the was that the Super
It was
Samurai the
tiny.
Force.
Like,
Oh, okay. Um, that's unlocked a memory for me. I remember my mum and dad used to go to the pound shop and they used to get me the Micro Machine Power Ranger sets, and they always had like it was a Ranger, a putty, a battle bike, and then a monster. I think it was a no dinosaur. So the Red Ranger set, you got a little figure of Jason, civilian form, a Red Ranger figure, um, and I think the red battle bike, and then the Tyrannosaurus Dinosaur. Blue Ranger had, the Triceratops Blue Ranger figure. I actually want to collect all of those again. I really want to just collect them all again. I really do. But the trouble is, it's trying to find them still in their packaging and reasonable price. I was actually very lucky because I was able to get the set that had the was one with all five of them with the Thunder Zords, well, six of them actually. So you had red, blue, black, yellow, pink, and white. And then that was the first time I had the Micro Machine White Ranger, and I just thought, oh, this is so cool. And to see the Thunder Zords in Micro Machine form was really amazing. And then I discovered they also, I don't know if they actually released them, but they did new season two sets where they had the Rangers with their Thunder bikes. And I would love to know if they actually got released because that would be pretty cool to actually own those. Um, yeah. Um, Continuing on. So I remember just continuing to watch Power Rangers over the years. So like GMTV was Zeo. And then along came Fox Kids, and then I watched Turbo and Mighty Morphin. One thing I remembered from Fox Kids was when they used to do the Fox Kids Power Lunch in the early noughties, and it would show an episode of Mighty Morphin, Turbo, Space, and Lost Galaxy. For some reason Zeo was skipped, and I never really understood why did they skip Zeo because Zeo was so awesome. But who knows? But basically, it was like I think it was like it started at 12 o'clock, and then it would finished by I think it was like half two or something. Yeah, if it was, yeah, yeah, it was either. It was really cool, just watching those Power Ranger
just
episodes
during
and.
the summer holidays, or was this during like
Hmm.
school times or
I would, yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I definitely think that would be the case. Yeah, so this would always be, and they also did Fox Kids, It's Your Call. And it was when you had to call in and you would pick by calling a number, there's two options, like 06, I'm trying to remember, I think it is 0660115501 for one show, and then obviously 02 for another show. And when they did Power Rangers in Space, you bet I called in. I begged my dad to call in and do that. And I remember, and then when it happened, my dad literally taped me loads of episodes of Power Rangers in Space when they did that, and I was just so ecstatic. And what was really cool, they did because back in the late 90s, early noughties, they did have Power Rangers showing up at Butlins, the holiday park we got here in the UK. And it was really cool because you had the Turbo Rangers, Lightspeed Rescue. Um, I never got to meet the Power Rangers at Butlins, which was really annoying. And unfortunately, the one and only time I've been to Butlins, and it was not my best experience because I nearly drowned. And then I got lost. Thank you to my school for letting that happen to me. But there you go. But it's only because back at school, there was this picture of when my school went to Butlins in the past, and they had a photo with the Lightspeed Rescue Rangers. And I was like, I want to do that too. So, but it never happened. And this was like 2001, 2002. Wasn't the pleasant experience. But on a more positive note, for the next couple of years, it's like every year I always did very well when it came to Power Rangers. I always had Power Rangers for Christmas, birthday.
I wasn't present at this time. I wasn't present,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
no, Gary and I weren't, obviously, we didn't know each other until 2017. But because, I mean, we talked about Power Rangers when we started talking, because when Gary discovered I love Power Rangers, he was like, what? You love Power Rangers? And I'm like, yeah. I honestly thought he was going to take the mick out of me when I told him about that. But then it turned out he liked Power Rangers as well. So I was like, yes, I found someone who I can actually talk to about Power Rangers. And yeah, it was so cool. So, Gary, what do you remember? Did you ever own any of the Megazords, the toy Megazords as a kid?
No,
You never owned a Megazord?
never owned a Megazord. Not on the top of my head. Not on the top of my head. I don't think so.
Did you ever get any of the Morphers?
Wait, actually, I don't think I did. I don't
Mm.
think I did.
See, in my house, we did pretty well with Megazords, figures, vehicles with figures, morphers, and everything. Because then, when my brother was born in '95, about same year as you,
Hmm.
he got into Power Rangers as well, which was really cool. And it was really nice, when my brother Tom, he was into Power Rangers as well, but he's not really into it as much anymore. But well, it was nice when Tom and I were growing up together. We did love Power Rangers, like watching it, getting the toys and things like that. It was really, really cool. Um, but obviously, as he got older, he stopped liking Power Rangers, and then obviously all the Power Ranger toys he owned, we pretty much passed them. He just gave them to me because he knows that I would look after them and love them and play with them and etc. etc. But yeah, but that's why I have my high hopes that Gary and I, when me and Gary have kids, we're going to tell them all about Power Rangers and my Power Ranger toys. I'm hoping to pass them down to my kids in the future. Or if my kids don't get into Power Rangers, I'm hoping that I will find a way to open like a Power Rangers UK museum where we would have a Power Rangers museum where people could look at the Power Ranger toys and props and costumes and everything. And I think that would be just so cool. I mean, it's really cool because in London there's a restaurant called Planet Hollywood, and they do, I don't know if they still have it, but they do have a Red Ranger costume on display. And I think what I'll do is I think what I'll probably do is next time I'm in London with Gary, I think Gary and I will probably pop down to Planet Hollywood and see if it's still there. And if it is, selfie time.
Yeah.
I would love to do a new picture of me with it and one with me and Gary together because that would be really cool. We have to make sure we have to wear these. Um, Gary, do you have any other memories about Power Rangers on like watching Power Rangers on TV or on video?
Actually, it wasn't it was video. My uncle took me for the weekend to hang out with my cousin Alan, and we went to
The
which
weekend.
so we went. You will know it as Woolworths, but in
Oh yeah.
Scotland we called it Big W.
Woolworths was amazing when it came to Power Rangers. I even remember when there used to be a Woolworths in Lewis, and my sister Haley got me a Operation Overdrive Yellow Ranger figure from Woolworths, which was so cool. I love it. So I loved it so much. And I think it was actually the first time. No, actually, tell a lie. Haley's bought me two Power Ranger things in Lewis at the time because she went to college there. So she bought me Operation Overdrive Yellow, and then she got me Power Rangers Ninja Storm on VHS. And I was like, you got me a rare Power Rangers VHS. I love you. You are
What
amazing.
happened to me telling my story? How did
Continue,
that sound
darling.
to you?
Oh, sorry. I just had to mention about Woolworths because was amazing.
Thank you. See, my uncle took me in there. We were looking round toys and that for my cousin, and I'm like, I want a video. He said, do you want a video? I said, do you not want any clothes or any toys? I'm like, no, I've got all the toys I want. I said, I wouldn't mind a new video. So what you want? I'm like, well, I know my man's getting me the Steps one for Christmas, so there's no point buying that because at the time they had out the Steps. Surprisingly, still had the Steps. End of the Road DVD and video, but I knew
Hmm.
my mum would have got me it for Christmas, so I'm like, I'll just leave it. So I end up getting Power Rangers Dino Thunder on DVD. No, on video. They had it on DVD and they also had it on video, but the DVD was like £15 at the time. So my uncle got me the video, which I think was just short of £9 back
Yeah, it was
then.
in 9.99. I mean, a lot of Power Ranger tapes were like 9.99, 8.99, 7.99. It varied. I mean, I think I got given a Power Ranger Mighty Morphin VHS tape, and it still had the price tag on it, and I was like, really, 7.99? That's cheap. Um, yeah, I think with Dino Thunder, I think Dino Thunder was the last Power Ranger season that had VHS tapes because I think they only did the first two volumes, I believe. But I would like to get the Dino Thunder
And I
video.
remember
They're rare.
I remember what was on my photo. It was yellow case. There was fire at the background, and they had the three Power Rangers on their dino cycles.
Oh, we would if it was Ninja Storm. Oh, actually, no, wait, hang on. No, because with Ninja Storm, they had. I think I've got the tape here. Actually, hold on.
I know the tape when I see it.
I'll see. This is okay. This is Ninja Storm, but oh, sorry guys, it's a little bit dusty. Was it that?
That's it.
Yeah, this is well, it's not Dino Thunder, it's Ninja Storm. Power Rangers Ninja Storm Lightning Strikers.
That was
There it
it.
is. I do apologize. Mine's a little bit old and dusty. I need to give my tapes a bit of dust. At the
Well, I
time,
thought it was Dino Thunder I got.
no, no, oh no, no. I think with Dino Thunder they did do I think they did the first two volumes. Right, I can't reach too far because otherwise I'm gonna pull a muscle, so I'll put that back later. Anyway, so yeah, that was the video that my sister got for me from a charity shop. So that was pretty cool. Um, but it's really surprising. I mean, when I
I
saw
couldn't
Ninja Storm on
find it now, but
VHS,
Dino Thunder I got. I didn't really think it was Ninja Storm because that was the cover.
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, I find it interesting that to have Ninja Storm on VHS and Dino Thunder is very rare. I mean, I would like to know how many volumes they did release on VHS for both Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder, because they did sell Power Ranger VHS tapes at that time. Because they also did Time Force, uh, Lost Galaxy, Let's Be Rescue, I think, Mighty Morphin. They did these like classic Mighty Morphin adventures where you had a classic Mighty Morphin episode, like from season one, and then you had one from season two. But the thing is, it was basically it was like our UK version release of what they did in America, where you had the Red Ranger Adventure, which I think was Day of the Dumpster, and it was just a season two episode. I do remember the Pink Ranger one. It was no clowning around, and the other one was oh, it was the one where Kimberly was jealous of Trini. Bloom of Doom, that was it. And then you had Yellow Ranger Adventure, where you had, I think it was High Five, and then the other episode was Friends Forever. So that was interesting. So they did a later episode of season two instead. Then there was Black Ranger Adventure, but I can't remember that one. But they never released Blue Ranger Adventure in the UK and the White Ranger one. But the White Ranger one was pretty much white light. But for some reason, we never got a UK release of the Blue Ranger Adventure, which really annoyed me because it feels incomplete without a Blue Ranger tape. And then they also did a Christmas special in America where you had, I think it was Alpha's Magical Christmas, I'm Dreaming of a White Ranger, and then A Season to Remember.
I loved that. Last Christmas. I loved that. I absolutely love watching that Christmas.
Yeah. And what's really nice is obviously because this year, Gary and I, when we celebrate Christmas this year, it's going to be Power Rangers theme. So you can be sure that me and Gary are going to be giving you some loads of Power Rangers.
Hasbro, if you're watching, could we please get a Power Rangers Christmas jumper?
A proper one. And I mean one that's actually knitted, like an actual crochet knitted sort of one. The one that you sort of get online or from the game shop or something. That would just be really amazing. I mean, just something, even if it had the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on it, or even if it had something like a big Power Ranger lightning bolt with the Mighty Morphin colours on it or something.
And
Because they do,
snow falling on it.
yeah. I mean, they do Power Ranger Christmas designs on Amazon, and then Zavi did do some sort of Christmas jumper thing, which I own. But unfortunately, the one I bought for Gary in a double XL, it didn't fit because of Gary's
Me
big.
and my Santa belly got in the way. Too
Yeah,
much eggnog.
yeah. So that's why this year Gary and I are going to get sweatshirts from Amazon where we know they will fit. But if Hasbro could release an official Power Rangers Christmas jumper, that would be amazing. So please do so. But yeah, I would also like to announce that Ranger Chamber will be doing another Halloween giveaway this year, and we will be doing our
But
12
this
more.
time there will be no prizes. It's all a trick.
No, I don't want to trick them. Let's give them a treat. We're not going to obviously tell you what the prize is yet. So
It's
obviously
a
stay
big
tuned.
balloon with Pennywise on it. Helen the Red Ranger.
Right. But the Halloween giveaway will begin on the 1st of October. So be sure to be ready for that. But we will announce near towards the end of September the prizes for the Halloween giveaway. And what other giveaway are we bringing back in December, Gary?
12 Morphin Days of Christmas.
Yes. 12 different Power Ranger prizes for 12 winners. You think you have what it takes to win? Well, you'll have to join us in December and find out. The Christmas giveaway will begin on the 1st of December and the last date will be on the 12th. So you have first to the second, from the 1st to the 12th to complete the questions. And then once you complete all 12 questions, you can be entered for you obviously be entered for the giveaway question. Yeah, basically, details will come nearer the time, pretty much. But back to our vlog at present. So, where were we, Gare Bear? We were talking about Power Rangers on VHS. Well, DVDs. I mean, Power Rangers didn't really come out on DVD until Ninja Storm was a thing, and then we had the couple of we had that adventure power, the best of Power Rangers in 2003. That
Blue.
Well, actually, that was the best of Power Rangers. It was I think it was meant to be the 10th anniversary video that they did that had White Light, Countdown to Destruction, to the 10th Power, Trakeena's Revenge, and my personal favorite episode, Forever Red.
Forever.
But I do also like all the other episodes as well because they're all amazing. Okay. So it would have been also, I mean, personally, it would have been nice if they had an episode of Zeo and Turbo. I mean, I think personally they should have had an episode of Zeo and Turbo on that tape as well, and an episode of Time Force, because they could have just done it where they had all the episodes of like all the crossover episodes. I think that would have been nice if they had like a tape, because you could have had the Zeo Rangers of Two Worlds, Turbo. I think for Turbo you could have done well, there isn't really a crossover of Turbo, but I think maybe the episode where they're doing the transfer of powers, passing the torch, that was it. Passing the torch parts 1 and 2, that would have been really cool. So they could have done like a feature length episode of that. Space, I think they could have done. I think the Counter Destruction is just fine. And then to the 10th Power, obviously for Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, Trakeena's Revenge was the correct episode, obviously. Time Force, it easily could have been Time for Lightspeed, the crossover episode for Lightspeed Rescue and Time Force. For Wild Force, well, Forever Red, naturally, for 10 years. Gary, you have seen this video and DVD. What are your thoughts on it?
When I first watched Trakeena's Revenge, I'm like, yes. It was such a good episode, and I want to rewatch it again. But when we got to what's the episode I really like on the DVD? She got me it for my birthday last year.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the episode. It was meant to be Trakeena's Revenge. Well, all the Power Rangers came back. Most of the Power Rangers came back.
Oh, that would have been Countdown to Destruction. If you're talking about like the one where you see the Alien Rangers, Zeo Gold, Blue Centurion, and the Phantom Ranger. And funny enough, the other day you said to me, you don't think the Phantom Ranger, the clear see-through Phantom Ranger figure didn't come to the UK, and I can tell you it has, because I saw it on Forbidden Planet last week. Well, in the Forbidden Planet store in the UK, which is really cool. Right. So we've talked a bit about toys, but what about costumes, cosplay? Well, not forgetting Ranger Nation, we do have a Power Ranger cosplay group with Ranger Chamber, Power Rangers, Morphin Grid Cosplay. And yes, we have a little announcement for that as well. Gary, you want
Ladies
to...
and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all people around, I'm Ivan Ooze, and I have got slime. No?
Ranger Nation, we're proud to announce that our Power Rangers cosplay group is celebrating its 5th anniversary this year, and we will be attending MCM London Comic Con in October. And we're going to be cosplaying as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, hey, it makes sense.
Celebrate the 30 years.
Exactly. And we have reason to believe Hasbro will be there too in the Hasbro booth. So hopefully they'll have some Power Ranger products set there for sale at the event. Maybe like Power Ranger Lightning Collection stuff, but we'll just have to wait and see. And you can be sure that Gary and I will be doing a news report for News from the Grid at the convention as well. But if you do see us at the convention, please do come and see me and Gary from Ranger Chamber and our incredible Power Rangers Morphin Grid cosplay team. We will be more than happy to do photos with you guys, and if you have any questions about the Power Rangers franchise and the brand and such, please do feel free to ask us. Yeah, feel free to ask us. It'd be great to see you. Honestly, it'd be awesome to see you there. And also, come cosplay. Amazing. Red Ranger Brighton. And I would also like to say I'm honoured to announce that.
Congratulations to my beautiful fiance. As 10 years ago now, Red Ranger of Brighton came to life.
Yes. And I even got this. I even got this as a birthday present for my sister Faye, and Red Ranger cushion. I mean, this is the perfect gift for the Red Ranger of Brighton. Honestly, it's so plump and comfy. And for those of you in the UK, you can get this cushion for £20 at TK Maxx online and in store. So go check it out now.
Go and buy it.
Go and buy it. I love that, Gary. Love it. Okay. Video games, Power Ranger video games. Wow, there's been quite a lot of Power Ranger video games over the years. Now, Gary, you have played a Power Ranger game with me on my computer because it's through an emulator. You have played.
I've played 2 in my life. 2.
Okay, so what Power Ranger games have you played? Which was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie on the Sega. And what was really cool about that was me and Gary got to have a lot of fun playing it together. And I remember him trying to get used to the controls at first, but over time, as we played the game, he sort of got used to how it worked.
And I've also got 2 copies of Battle for the Grid.
Normal and Super Edition.
Actually, no, 3 then.
No, it's only 2. The normal edition.
3.
Oh yeah, the digital one.
No.
Hmm?
Normal and Super for my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And then I've got it for my Xbox as well.
Oh, that's what you meant. Anyways, but me and Power Ranger games go back to the very beginning. I mean, I've got the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game on Game Boy, but the first Power Rangers game I ever got given as a kid was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the movie on Sega Mega Drive because we had a Sega in our house as a kid. So that was really, really awesome, and I loved playing that game, especially with Mighty Morphin. It was like it was quite a good game, but it was your typical versus beat 'em up game. But the fact that you got to be a ranger and the Megazord, it was still pretty cool. But it wasn't until I got to play the Super NES version that I really got to enjoy the game because with Super NES, you got to be a civilian. Then when the boss monster appeared, you got to morph into a Power Ranger. And then Gary's like creaking his neck. I think he's been in the ooze egg for too many years, for 3,000 years to be precise.
6,000 years.
Yeah,
6,000 years.
6,000 years. Yes. So with that, with the Power Ranger games, so you had Sega, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color, PlayStation 2. Because the first Power Rangers game we had on PlayStation 2 was Dino Thunder. And I remember when I first played that game.
I had the Samurai game as a kid.
That would have been on the DS.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Megaforce and Super Megaforce on the 3DS. And then
I had 4 games for my DS. Power Rangers.
that would have been Samurai. Mario Kart, yeah.
Alvin, funny enough, Alvin and the Chipmunks from the first movie.
Yeah.
and Super Mario Brothers, like just the normal Super Mario Brothers. But I love kind of like
Yeah.
Mario. I did like Mario Kart as a kid because I kind of got away from Power Rangers a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, and Link to War more as that. But I did play the Power Rangers game. I completed it within like a couple of weeks.
Super Mega Force on the 3DS was a good game because I liked unlocking. Not only did you have the Super Mega Force Rangers, but you got to unlock all 7 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and you also had all the Red Rangers as well, which was amazing. I really loved that. And I love the fact that you got to play also as the Dino Megazord in the game. So like when you battle the bosses in the Megazord, you got to play as either the UX Megazord, the Legendary Megazord, or even the Dino Megazord. But I think the Dino Megazord you had to unlock. I think it was either for a cheat code, or you had to scan a key, or you had to complete a level to complete. Yeah, you had to. I think it's you had to complete the last level by beating Lord Zed in order to unlock the Megazord, which was pretty cool. But I think I remember the first PlayStation game I played, which was Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Now that was a bit of a challenging game because there was parts where there was too many glitches in the game where you couldn't really jump up and such. I don't know if you guys have ever played it, but what I hope to do at some point, I'm hoping to do a playthrough of Lightspeed Rescue in the gaming chamber. And speaking of which, I'm hoping you guys have checked out our brand new game, our very first gaming chamber video, where I got to test out the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It's Morphin Time game by Pop Hero Games, and the demo is really, 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 really awesome. So when the game is finished and it comes out, seriously, download it. It is bloody amazing. And the demo, please watch the video and you can get a really good idea of what the game's about and how awesome it is. It is a bit challenging, but mind you, this is the demo. It's the demo version, so there's going to be a lot of bugs and a lot of things that need to be fixed and changed. I mean, I noticed some mistakes in the game, but watch the video and you'll see what I mean. But yeah, I'm actually annoyed that Hasbro hasn't done any kind of new Power Ranger game because we have Legacy Wars on mobile, but let's face it, it's just a load of money grabbing rubbish. But it's like Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is pretty much a tumbleweed effect, pretty much. It's like they haven't done anything more with it. It's like they've just given up with it. And it's a shame because it is a really good game. Because you got story mode, you got arcade mode, you got online battles. And the differences between Power Rangers Battle for the Grid and Legacy Wars is with Legacy Wars, you have to pay lots and lots of money just to unlock characters. But with Battle for the Grid, you literally just have to pay once and you get the character straight away in whatever's in and it's part of the season. So if you pay for the season 1 package, you get those new characters. There's no paying whatsoever. But with Legacy Wars, don't get me started. I remember I spent £40 on the game trying to get, I think it was either Magna Defender or Dino Thunder Black. I never got Dino Thunder Black. I only got like the assist Dino Thunder Black. But then it was like after that, I just remember stopped playing it because I just couldn't be bothered anymore because I couldn't be asked paying lots of money just for a digital ranger. It's stupid. And I'm angry because I wish Hasbro would do a new Power Rangers game, preferably an online Power Rangers game. One where you create an avatar and you are the Power Ranger. You get to be a Power Ranger. Your avatar character gets to be a Power Ranger. There's this comic thing, this new Power Ranger comic series called Ranger Academy. You could use that as the basis for this Power Rangers online game, because it makes sense. you are a cadet at Ranger Academy. You meet other people in the academy. So like Gary could play it online, get play the game and be online, and then we form a ranger team with myself and our friends online, and we unlock different ranger powers throughout playing the game. And you have to complete missions and Megazord battles together and things like that. And you have to do, maybe there'd be like certain missions you have to do where you have to have more than one ranger to help complete the mission. I mean, there have been other Power Ranger games that have come out, or some of them have had beta versions because you had like Power Rangers All Stars, which was a mobile game, which was really amazing. You had another one that was meant to come out called Power Rangers. Um, oh, it was another mobile game, Morphin Legends or something. But basically, that was another Power Ranger beta game I got to play, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So, but still. Gary, what other Power Ranger topic do you want to talk about in this vlog? I mean, we've got so many things in 30 years of Power Rangers. There must be something we haven't talked about. I mean, we've talked about toys, games. What's that?
There's one thing we haven't spoke about.
What's that?
The later seasons of Power Rangers that people have been saying they're not so good, but yet they're continuing on with the legacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we haven't talked about movies.
Oh, how rude.
Well, we touched up on one of the movies, but I think we missed out the other two. But Power Ranger movies, we have got three, well, technically four, if you count our special from this year. But, I mean, I don't think it is a movie. I think it's just an episode special, but it's still really awesome.
It's classed as a movie, I think, if we're speaking about once and always.
Yes. But with movies, our first Power Rangers movie was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And that is awesome. I do have it on VHS, but I can't get to it at the moment, so I can't show you at the moment. I apologize immensely. But Gary and I are going to be doing a vlog about the Power Ranger movie. So what I will do is for that vlog, I will have both the videotapes and the DVD at the ready to show you when we do that. But I do believe Gary has the DVD, I think. Or do I have it?
I did.
Oh God. Well, My Morphin Power Rangers the movie is one of mine and Gary's favorite Power Ranger movies purely because it's nostalgic. It's a 90s movie and it's our childhood and it's
Do you want to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
well, the one thing we can mention in about Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers is two things. They had a crossover in Power Rangers in Space, and they've got a crossover comic called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers X Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Seriously, go read it. It's amazing. And they've got Lightning Collection figures. Go check those out too. But yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Gary, what is your favorite moment from that movie?
My, he's so handsome.
I thank you. So is that your favorite moment when Ivanus first gets released from the egg?
That and Tango Warriors.
Mhm. What about a Ranger moment? Do you have a favorite moment with the Rangers? Because I know one of my favorite moments.
I know one of my favorites.
And what's that?
When they were battling they just left Gulfia and they were
Yeah.
fighting Power Rangers meets Jurassic Park. I thought that was actually quite
Welcome to
cleverly thought
Jurassic
out.
Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Very funny, Adam. Oh, it's
It was really
funny.
funny.
It was that giant dinosaur thing. I thought that was blinking good for it. I mean, that seemed very ahead of its time for that movie. Um, I mean, I think I've got two favorite moments from the movie. I loved the moment when they got their powers from the Temple of Power. because I love that music and seeing the Zords flying around them, and then they go into the coins, and
I would
then
like design on a badge. I would actually like that design on a badge.
oh, you mean the Ninja Tribal coin? Yes, that I would love that on a badge too, and I dare say it exists. And the other moment I like is when the Rangers combine their powers and revive Zordon. That again is because I love that. I love that piece of music. The music they used in both those scenes is so uplifting and really magical. I love it, and I just thought it was so good. And then I got an Ivan Ooze moment. I loved when Ivan Ooze got one of the parents of Angel Grove to dance. Do the swim. Boom, bum, bum, boom, 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 bum, bum, boom, 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 boom. Hey, belly. It's just so bloody funny.
But it sounds like he's saying belly, as in like belly, the way that.
Ballet. Yeah, even though it's meant to be ballet, but that's Goldar for you. But what was interesting also was we had a in movie character, a character that was just in the film. Apart from Ivan Ooze, of course, we had Mordaunt, that pig warrior, who was apparently meant to be Goldar's cousin. So I thought that was interesting. Um, that was awesome.
What I would like
Turbo,
to know, what
yeah,
I would
what's that?
like to know, whatever happened to them to Goldar and his cousin? Because we never saw anything.
I have a feeling they got very severely punished by Rita and Lord Zed for betraying them. I know I would be kicking the monkeys out of Goldar and Mordaunt. Okay, Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. Now, I was given this movie on VHS, and
That
I remember
weird,
watching it and being very, very, very excited about it.
a bubble. Just has
But
got that
the thing
scene playing
is,
in my head.
yeah. The interesting about Turbo, Power Rangers movie, is it's canon to the series because the things that happen in the Turbo movie tie in with the Turbo series because it was technically the first, what we could call it episode 0, shall we say. So, for those of you who have watched the Power Ranger Turbo series, when you watch the first episode, Shift into Turbo Part 1, they do touch up on the movie by showing like clips from the movie, and it's interesting because you know I mean I feel like you need to kind of watch the Turbo movie to get to grips with the first episode of Power Rangers Turbo, but there you go. But overall it's really cool because you had Rocky who broke his back when he was training with Tommy and Adam for this charity karate match. Then we get to meet Justin, an orphaned kid whose dad is away working. Oh, so sorry, guys. I'm just a bit tired. Been a very busy day on Power Rangers Day, isn't it? So, Gary, take over. More about the Turbo movie. What do you remember about the Turbo movie? What also happened in the Turbo movie?
So the other four Rangers visit Rocky in the hospital, and the Jason was no, not Jason.
Justin,
Justin was under the bed listening to all that. It's like, those guys are the Power Rangers.
you guys are the Power Rangers? And it's like, oh, that's awkward. But I think it was only because maybe Justin had like a connection with Rocky or something. Maybe Rocky helped him with his martial arts training or something. But it was still it was really cute though that he cared
And
enough
like
to
20 minutes into the film, a blue side, a blue car comes on. So, guys, I'm the new Blue Ranger.
Isn't that cool or what? What are you talking about? Man, I didn't think I was gonna make it. Alpha to give me a crash course in training. Good thing you don't need a license to drive a Zord. I mean, I do question why Zordon and Alpha made Justin the Blue Turbo Ranger, but do you think it's probably because maybe they figured out his identity? the Rangers' identities. It was probably the best way to shut him up. Oh God! I remember I can imagine Zordon going, "Oh God, I don't believe that little kid." Quick, make him a Power Ranger outfit, and then maybe he'll shut up about it. Oh God. Anyway, continuing on. So the Rangers with their Turbo Zords go onto the Ghost Galleon. I do remember in the Turbo movie, I loved that first moment where the Rangers are in the power chamber and they're creating the Turbo Zords. And then they do that moment where they see their Turbo Morphers and keys and they put their hands on this machine and then go. And you just see these beams of energy just transforming them into their turbo suits. It's just so awesome. It's like they're accepting their new powers. Um, it does obviously leave the question of whatever happened to the Zeo powers, but there you go. Because obviously we did see Zeo Pink briefly and the Zeonizer, which was really nice, but it was like it didn't really answer the question of whatever happened to the Zeo powers. But I guess maybe but we'll talk about that when we do the Power Rangers movie vlogs. So the Rangers go onto the Ghost Galleon with their Turbozords and they're off to the Bermuda Triangle. Now, Divatox realizes that the Rangers are on their way to the Bermuda Triangle, which is where she's going, after she's just kidnapped Jason and Kimberly. Now, I remember there's another moment I love from the film. Now, Gary, Rita and Lord Zed are in this movie, but how do we get to see them? What does Divatox do?
She calls Rita the pulse up, saying, "How do I destroy the Power Rangers?"
What? The Power Rangers? If I knew that, do you think I'd be lying here listening to this? Lord Zed snoring next to her. My advice to you, Divatox, run! Thanks for nothing. Hilary Shepard was just amazing at Divatox. And I know a lot of straight boys liked her too for like certain reasons, but we won't go into details. Okay, so they reach the Bermuda Triangle. Rangers activate their turbo powers and morph into the Turbo Rangers, which is really awesome. And we get to meet the groom of Divatox, Malagor, who was basically Dark Spectre later on in Power Rangers in Space. They were just basically reusing the suit. But basically what was really funny was one of my favorite villains from Power Rangers Turbo is Algar, because he always made me laugh in whenever he was around in Power Rangers Turbo. And the fact that Divatox threw him into the fire pit of doom in Maranthius, which was in the Bermuda Triangle. It was funny because obviously Divatox uses her pet eel to throw Elgar into the pit because they obviously needed a sacrifice to bring Melagor. And then she just turns to Rygog and goes, "Remind me to get another pet." And then she just walks off like as if, "Yeah, I just killed my nephew, but I don't care." It's just crazy. Oh, but yeah. But we get but then we get Malagor comes to life. Jason Kimberly, who were they were hypnotized and mind controlled by Malagor's power. They were turned back into good thanks to Larigo, an alien the Rangers were helping, and his wife used their powers to make them good again. And so it was really cool because I love that moment when they used the turbo weapons. That was really cool. Turbo lightning sword, turbo hand blasters, turbo star chargers, turbo thunder cannon, and turbo windfire. Do I hope Power Rangers More for Good Cosplay will do turbo as a cosplay? Yeah. Because Gary, I think you already said about what Ranger color you would be, as if I didn't know.
Multicolored.
I don't think there's a multicolored Turbo Ranger, but continue.
No, I would do all 5 Power Rangers. So I'd have a Slaver pink, a Slaver blue, the body of, I don't know,
I
two
think Your true color is true blue.
Hmm. But imagine how cool that would be, having all the colors on one suit.
I would love to do the Mighty Morphin suit with all the colors on there: red, blue, black, yellow, pink, like going across the suit. That would actually be really cool. Although they do actually have that on the cover of one of the Power Ranger comics at the moment. And yeah, so with the Turbo movie, the Rangers have to get out of the cave because the volcano is exploding. Malagor grows big, and then the Turbozords come together, form the Turbo Megazord. And that I actually loved the Megazord battle because it was all original footage, and it was just so cool. Honestly, it was just amazing. Um, the 2017 movie, obviously, that has a lot of controversy because some fans like it, some fans dislike it. And I mean, I can understand why fans dislike it because, I mean, let's face it, we don't get any proper Ranger action until like the last 20 to 30 minutes of the film,
Mhm.
which is annoying. But when we do get the Ranger action, it is so exciting. And Gary, over to you. I mean, this is your territory. You love this movie just as much as I do. Please share everyone your memories of the first time you saw the 2017 Power Rangers movie.
I'm afraid I'm illegally not allowed to say how I watched the movie. DVD.
You watched it with me, you silly Billy. Because I remember you were getting back into Power Rangers at the time when we started dating, and you just wanted to watch a Power Ranger movie. And then I introduced you to the 2017 movie, and for some reason, you just fell in love with it. And I remember when I got you a movie Power Morpher toy and the Alpha 5 figure, because you love the Alpha from that movie, which was really cool. It was voiced by Bill Hader. Um, I do hope that me and Gary will get to meet the 2017 Power Ranger movie cast. It would be so amazing, honestly. I mean, Darcy Montgomery, he has been to the UK. He did the UK convention last year. I think it was to do with because he's in Stranger Things. He was doing a convention for that, but if I could, I would have met him, but he was a bit far out of reach for me to get to. But if he does come to London in the future, I will definitely want to go meet him with my Gary. That'd be so amazing. Yes. So with the 2017 movie, um, I'm not going to talk too much about the. I'm not going to talk too much about the whole thing with the stuff that happened before then, but I did like the development of the characters throughout the movie. It was like they had to earn the powers to use them and to realize that when it comes to being a Power Ranger, it's not about yourself. It's about everyone else. It's your passion to protect the people that you care about. Because, what happened to Billy in the film obviously made them realize that Billy sacrificed himself to save the others. Because that's what being a Power Ranger is, sacrificing yourself to save others. And he had the true qualities of a Power Ranger. That was what was so great about Billy. But yeah, Gary, yeah, more about Power Rangers 2017 movie. Over to you.
So, first scene, I'm not going to dive in too much because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
First scene, we've got Rita and don't say Lord said Gabby. You've got you've got you've got Rita and I was about to say Lord Zed. That's not Lord Zed.
Yeah,
Zordon
you had Zordon and Alpha 5. I thought that it was interesting that
and
the
Rita
Command Center was a
and
ship.
Rita and
And
Rita.
Rita, being the Green Ranger, I mean, that was it. I think they were planning to do it. So in the second, if there was to be a second movie, honestly, Lionsgate, give us a second movie. I know the film flopped, but seriously, give us a second. But I think what they were planning to do was in the second film, they were probably going to make it that Rita gets Tommy Oliver and makes him the evil Green Ranger, which would have been really cool. And it would have been interesting if for the shield it was remnants of Goldar's gold. That would have been really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see a Power Rangers 2017 movie sequel in a book, in a comic novel form, in graphic novel form called Power Rangers Aftershock. But I don't remember it too much. All I remember was there was two bad teenagers, and they had the influence of Goldar or something. And the military were after the Power
The only
Rangers.
thing I wasn't quite happy about was that they didn't have Vulcan's skull.
True, it was
That was
such a
that.
waste of
That
a
was that. Everything else was great.
I think it was like Saban was trying to reboot Power Rangers at the time, but I think it wasn't the best move. Um, but there you go. I think, yeah, I think overall the Power Rangers movie. I mean, the Zords were very different because obviously they were dinosaurs, but they were sort of alien dinosaurs, which I thought was it gave it a really interesting look. Um, the Megazord. I mean, let's face it. The toy version of the Megazord is 31 inches tall. When you get the individual deluxe Zords and you combine them together, and you make this giant 31-foot Megazord, and it was actually the biggest Power Rangers Megazord that Bandai ever created. Because in case if you guys didn't know, Bandai were the first original toy makers for Power Rangers, and then by
31
2009.
feet. 31 feet. Honey, I'm 6 feet.
31 inches, sorry.
I was about to say.
31
I-
feet. I'm so sorry, I got my measurements mixed up. 31 inches.
I'm about to say because
Yeah,
that
that would
would
have
have
been
been
too
taller than
massive.
me.
Yeah, that would have been too big. But yeah, it was 31, it's 31 inches tall. And yes, Gary and I will be doing a re-review of those Power Ranger toys, preferably because last year, I think, if memory serves, yeah, last year it was the 5th anniversary of the movie. And it would be really, it was really cool. It was really, really cool. Yeah, so the Megazord fight with Goldar was really cool. The Rangers having their powers. Um, Rita getting backhanded, slapped into space to the moon, and she got frozen. And it was really annoying because at the very end, we had a little end credit scene about saying Tommy Oliver joining the detention. But then, because we never got a sequel, we just never know what happened. But I think that's what they were doing. I think they were hoping the movie would do well, and then they were going to do a sequel and make it about the Green Ranger. But let's hope that Hasbro's Power Ranger movie universe will turn out more better. But I think it'll be better as long as they remember don't put the Morphine Ranger action in the last 20, 30 minutes, the last bit of the film, because that's what will make people go. But one bit I loved in the movie was when the Rangers are morphed and they defeated the putties and they go to the Zord Bay and they go in their Zords and then they go and then they're in the Zords and the Alpha goes, go, go, Power Rangers. And then you just hear that Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, go, go, Power Rangers. And it's just so cool. And I remember when I was in the cinema watching it for the first time and everyone was like, yay. Everyone was just really excited about the Power Ranger theme being played. It's just so cool. But yeah, that was really awesome. And Gary, what was your thoughts on that?
The I was impressed by the actual Zord. I thought the Zord looked absolutely amazing. I did have the big Zord toy for it, but I'm sadly lost it.
Yes. But naturally, I dare say we can find it again, and the same with the Morpher as well. Because I know I'm pretty sure you said you had the Morpher, but you just lost the coins for it. So I dare say we can get that sorted. Yeah. So in that regard,
We're
move
almost at the end of our vlog. We're
well.
almost at the end.
Yes, we're nearly at the end. Let's talk a teeny bit about the future of Power Rangers. Well, we don't know because all we know is the Power Rangers. I mean, Power Rangers Lightning Collection is going on a break next year, as we reported in News from the Grid last month. And we haven't really heard too much about the cinematic universe, but we do know about the Power Rangers Cosmic Fury series, which will be airing on Netflix at the near the end of September. I believe it is September 29th. So naturally, we will be doing a full article about Power Rangers Cosmic Fury on News from the Grid. So please join us on the 31st of August at 6 p.m. for your Power Rangers news update, your monthly update, which is awesome. Hopefully, there'll be some news out today for Power Rangers. Hopefully, Hasbro will do something, for Power Rangers Day today. I mean, if they don't, then that's going to be a big disappointment. But overall, if not, you can always rely on Ranger Chamber to give you something really awesome for Power Rangers Day. Reviews, the Creation Chamber reviews, the Gaming Chamber video. Lots of Power Rangers Day stuff for you to enjoy. So please celebrate with us today. And yeah, the future Power Rangers, well, we don't know what's going to happen. It's like, I mean, I just hope Power Rangers will continue to be stronger, better, entertaining, and for God's sake, don't turn into an animated series like a lot of other programs. Please don't. Stay true to what you are, Power Rangers. Live action, humor, teamwork, being good, positive role models. Keep having positive representation for all different types of people in the Power Ranger community. And if it's not too much to ask, please can we have our first gay male Power Ranger? Please? I wouldn't even mind if he was a Pink Ranger. Just saying. Anyways, Gary, any thoughts for you on the future of Power Rangers?
More roleplay, legacy, not legacy, Lightning Collection. More roleplay, Lightning Collection.
I think another Lightning Collection. I think I would love them to do a re-release of the Lightning Collection Power Morpher, which is there behind me. There you go. I'm hoping they'll re-release that for the 30th anniversary. I mean, someone actually asked me today, how would it be different? Well, I imagine because what would be different is it would maybe have more sound effects, maybe. Maybe it'll be chrome silver instead. It'll be nice shiny silver, which would be really awesome. But also it gives people the opportunity to try and get it again. I mean, I'm hoping there is a rumor that Hasbro are going to be re-releasing the White Ranger and the Red Ranger Lightning Collection helmets. So if that's the case, I'm hoping they will re-release the Power Morpher as well, because I'm not liking that people are selling it for 150 plus, even though it was like 60 to 50 quid when I bought it. Because I really want to get one for my Gary. I want to get one for him, my lovely Gary. And it's like that. That's it, just like that. I love to get one for Gary, but I also would like to get another one because I want to be able to have one. This one I have here, I will use that for cosplay videos and such because it's already got a little scuff on it. And the other one I would like to use for display purposes. So one that would just be for display. I wouldn't use it for videos and things like that. That's what that one will be for. Yeah, but I'm also hoping for another rumor to be confirmed, which is that HasLab are going to be doing the Power Axe and the Power Bow. And if that's true, which I hope it is, that would be pretty cool. But as HasLab works, there needs to be enough backers in order for it to go into production and be made. But the Power Axe and the Power Bow will apparently be a 2-weapon set, or it will be like you can get both weapons together. And apparently, the rumor is it's going to be like $400. Which makes sense, really, because the Power Sword was like 200. And and if you think about it, you have two weapons. So if it's like $200 for the bigger power weapons, I mean, the power axe and the power bow are quite big, bulky weapons. So you would have to figure out the best way to do it. I think with the power bow, I'd imagine. I don't really think they'll give us an actual. I mean, I think it will be with a bow with an arrow, but I think the arrow will be made in a special way where it won't hurt people. But I really hope they'll make it so that the power bow will have a special thing where if you pull the string back, it will cause like a energy charging up sound effect, and then when you let go, it does like a firing, like a arrow firing sound. And the power axe naturally needs to have something in the ways of axe slashing sounds, and the power, and when it's in cannon mode, it has a sound for when it's firing as the gun cannon mode, and also it needs the extra sound for when the power weapons all combine together. That would be so awesome. Wow. So the future of Power Rangers, well, we can assure you, Ranger Nation, that Ranger Chamber always will be here. Me and Gary will always be here on Ranger Chamber to welcome you back anytime. If you need a safe space to just be yourself, to be a Power Ranger fan, we will always be here for you. We will always be here to make the content, bring you the Power Ranger news you want, teach you about Power Ranger cosplaying and how amazing you are, because we will always be here. As long as there's Power Ranger fans out there just like you, we'll be here waiting and entertaining you and informing you of everything Power Rangers. Gary, your last notes for this vlog. I mean, you in Power Rangers, share your passion.
Movies, awesome. The TV shows, legendary. The whole toy line, just magnificent work from both Hasbro, Saban, Disney,
Bandai as well.
Bandai. Oh my God, it goes back. But don't forget, there is a one, if no for this TV show, to Super Sentai. Thank you so much for bringing this to life, because if no for yous, we would not have Power Rangers.
Mm. And I would also like to say a massive thank you to Hasbro for giving us our first LGBTQ Power Rangers character, which was Izzy in Power Rangers Dino Fury, and now Fern, who is going to be joining us in Cosmic Fury, who's Izzy's girlfriend, and she is going to be a Power Ranger. Orange Ranger. Join us for News from the Grid on the 31st of August as we give you more details on that. I mean, oh my God, the fact that we're going to get an Orange Ranger is so amazing, because orange is my favorite color, and you can see it on Gary's flag behind him, and a stripe of orange. You know what would be really cool is if they ever do a Power Ranger Pride flag. That would just be amazing. Mind you. Challenge accepted. You'll find out what that is in due time. Okay, so I mean, Power Rangers and me, guys, you know how much I love the Power Rangers. I've got so much passion for it. It's absolutely incredible. And the fact that I've got a fiance who loves Power Rangers just as much as I do, it's just incredible. And the fact that when me and Gary get married, we're actually going to do a photo shoot, a wedding photo shoot, like a pre-wedding photo shoot.
Please.
Yeah, and we're going to have bow ties on, like wedding bow ties, rainbow, of course. And I think we're going to have like flowers as well. So that'll be really, really cute. And in October, Gary and I are going to be doing some Power Ranger cosplay pictures together, because I have got the Lightning Collection Blue Ranger helmet now. And it also would have been 5 years ago that Gary and I actually started doing the cosplaying together. So we're also going to be celebrating that anniversary as well, which will be really, really awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do some new pictures with that. And also we'll be back obviously we'll be doing News from the Grid for Halloween. So it's going to be a Halloween special, News from the Grid, which is really awesome. And we also have some Power Ranger Halloween videos coming up for that as well. But for now, yes. So for now, we just want to say a massive thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all your support to the Power Ranger franchise and to our channel. I mean, I can't believe you've helped us get to 1,000 subscribers. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never thought 10 years ago as GoldKingRanger, I never thought I would get to 1,000 subscribers, honestly. I know it's taken 10 years to get to this point, but you know what? 10 years worth the wait, honestly. It really is. And the fact that I get to share my passion for Power Rangers with you guys, and obviously my future Ranger husband to be. So yeah, seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I really do hope all of you guys have an amazing National Power Rangers Day today. Honestly, go out and celebrate it. Go and cosplay. Go and watch your favorite Power Ranger episode or your favorite Power Ranger movie. Go and do a marathon of your favorite series. Go and play Power Rangers with your friends and play with your toys and go morph into action. Use your imagination to pretend you're a Power Ranger fighting bad guys. Go and be a Power Ranger fan. Don't let anyone stop you being a fan. Because if it makes you happy, then if it makes you happy, that's all that matters, is that you're a Power Ranger fan and you enjoy it. That's it. Gary, take over for a bit.
Just want to say thank you so much to Hasbro for having us work with you as well. I know you've been helping us come up with some ideas, so thank you so much. But now we're going to shut this vlog down, and me and Joe are going to be off to watch the Power Rangers 1995 movie, The Mighty Morphin.
And Once and Always, which you can watch on Netflix. Now, we want you guys to go on to Netflix, watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, because we want that to get to #1 today. The more people that watch it today, the more it will get to #1. Let's show how much we love Power Rangers, and let's show our passion by watching that special. And of course, naturally, this evening, we are going to be doing me, Gary, and our Ranger Chamber and Power Ranger Morpho cosplay friends are going to actually do a movie night, and we're going to watch the special with our teammates and friends, and it's going to be so exciting. So, yeah, as we said, if you want to join Ranger Chamber, please do contact us. We would love to, if you're from the UK and you're a passionate Power Ranger fan like me and Gary, we'd love to have you on our team. Honestly, it would be amazing. Whether you're a girl, whether you're a man, a woman, gay, bi, straight, trans, non-binary, asexual, you know, we just want to have amazing UK Power Ranger fans on our team. It would just be so amazing. And yes, we are also working on our Ranger Chamber Patreon as well. We were hoping to get it launched today, but unfortunately it can't be launched yet because we're still working things out. But you can help us get it ready by telling us, if you were to sign up to our Ranger Chamber Patreon, what kind of perks would you like? And of course, when the Ranger Chamber Patreon is ready, we'll announce it, release it, and Gary and I will be doing a little video explaining to you about how Ranger Chamber Patreon works, where the money goes to, and how does it support us, and what do you get out of it. Okay, so we'd just like to say thank you for watching Ranger Nation. Please remember to like the video, share the video, comment below, and we both have a question each, I believe. Yes, we do. I would like to ask the question is, what is your fondest Power Rangers memory? Now, my memory, I'm going to be bad, I'm going to say two. My two memories is going to MCM London Comic Con in 2017 and getting a photo with Austin St. John, David Jose, Walter Jones, and Karen Ashley. Second memory, I believe Gary shares the same memory with me, don't you?
The two of us at our first con together, and we got to meet Steve Cardenas and Catherine Sunderland, which is actually what I was going to
Yes.
say.
Yes. So we both share that memory.
But if I was to choose an actual Power Ranger moment, getting this is out there, so Kevin, Ashley, and Catherine do Power Ranger. No, Nakia.
Reese. Nakia Reese, who plays Tanya and Zio in Turbo, and Catherine Sutherland, who plays Kat in Power Rangers. Yeah, Power Rangers playback.
They had David Jost on their show, and my question got answered. Plus, it was the first question of the show.
Awesome. And I was watching that, and I was like thinking, oh, he must be so blinking proud and so happy. And I was so happy with that. Wow, it's so amazing. And yeah, so Gary, what's your question for the Ranger Nation?
Oh yes, my question. My question to you out there, Ranger Nation, what would you like to see for the new Power Ranger movie that Hasbro are going to be producing? What's
With
your
Jonathan
idea?
Whistle, yes. I would hope to. I mean, I wouldn't even mind if it was just a rebooted version of Mighty Morphin, only this time maybe make it a bit more close to the original. I mean, even if the suits were, you know, but actually, we don't need to say any more about it. We're going to save it for a vlog. Okay, and of course, what's another thing they got to do? Oh yes, go subscribe. Because we've got many more videos coming out right here on the Ranger Chamber, and we can't wait to present all our upcoming content. We actually have a special project with Power Rangers Northern Grid Cosplay and Ranger Chamber, which will be taking place in the near future, and it's also going to evolve with Patreon as with the Ranger Chamber Patron. We're not going to say what. When the time is right, we're going to reveal it to you guys, and it's going to be so exciting. So, yes, so Gary, anything you'd like to say to the Ranger Nation before we go?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Goodbye then. Seriously, Ranger Nation, have a more phenomenal Ranger Day. Have a more phenomenal National Power Rangers Day. May the power protect you. Me and Gary, we love you guys so much. You are the best, more phenomenal Power Ranger fans ever. And if you've watched this video from start to finish, you are the biggest Power Rangers fan ever. And no one can ever take that away from you. No one. So thank you for watching. May the power protect you. Have a more phenomenal National Power Rangers Day. And myself and Gary,
We'll see you in the next video.
see you on News from the Grid on the 31st of August. See you then. Bye. Happy Power Rangers Day.